Hello everyone. I'll explain the new game mode, Clash of Dancing Lions, as well as tips and tricks for each character to help you win your games. I think the new mode is really fun, and I've been playing it non-stop. Let's get started. To win, your team must score 10 points or have the most points by the end of the match. To score, you must carry the ball and bring your character into the net. If you throw the ball at the net, it will bounce off. Scoring in the middle of the goal grants the team 3 points, while scoring on the sides gives the team 1 point. You almost always want to score 3 points unless the opposing team is stacked and guarding the center. Each character has a movement ability and a tackle ability. When the ball is in hand, you are unable to tackle and are restricted to using only movement abilities. When carrying the ball, you can either launch the ball a short distance or charge up the ball to perform a super launch. When you have the ball in hands, do not hold it the entire time, as you are vulnerable to tackles. At times, you want to throw the ball to shake off the enemy team and create space for repositioning. Getting tackled by an opponent when you have the ball in hand prevents you from picking up the ball. However, if you throw the ball and get tackled, you can still pick up the ball and waste your opponent's cooldown. I often like to throw the ball at the net to decrease my chances of getting tackled with the ball in hand. Then I grab the rebound and score the point. Watch as I throw the ball at the net as Iron Fist kicks me. Had I kept it in my hands, it would have been a turnover, but I was able to pick up the ball and score after getting tackled. Black Widow's abilities are Fleet Foot, which is her sprint, and Lion Dancer, her tackle. Since her sprint is infinite, she can play most of the field with few drawbacks. I like to play her as a forward, as her ability to self pass is the most effective out of the characters. She can outrun everyone besides the other Widow. Typically, you should be playing mid to upfield, unless the rest of your team is engaging. When running, try not to run in a straight line unless you are fully out of range of all tackles. I encourage you to zigzag or throw the ball to the opposite side when an opponent is engaging and then catch up afterwards. While running towards the net, be aware of the positions of all characters. If you have someone trailing behind you, you can quickly turn and kick them to give yourself more space. In addition, Black Widow has the shortest tackle cooldown, which means you should be the one doing the most pressure and baiting out movement abilities as much as possible. Iron Fist has Lion Kick as his tackle, and Crane Leap as his movement ability. Since he relies on his cooldown to traverse the map, you want to play around the midfield. Iron Fist has the strongest tackle in the game. His kick has the most range and applies strong knockback when hit. At the start of the game, you always engage with two kicks. This will allow you to be the first person to reach the ball and gives your team a free pass back if the other team fails to do so as well. Don't bother trying to move forward because you would have already used up two of your kicks, only leaving you with one remaining. This won't always work as some teammates are uncoordinated, but it doesn't hurt to try out if you're calming or playing with friends. Now, if the other team starts off with the ball, pressure as Iron Fist and use a kick and some jumps to give your opponents less time to set up. When attacking with Iron Fist, make sure you have all of your cooldowns. You can choose to either use your jumps and look for a pass, or throw the ball then use a kick. Then repeat until you score a goal or reach a position that you want. Lastly, since your kick has range, you want to be prepared for Star-Lord and mark him when he flies in the air. You want to either tackle him mid-air or force him to use his dodges. Star-Lord has two movement abilities, Rocket Propulsion and Celestial Leap. His dodges are his most important abilities, which pairs up well with his boosters. When you dodge, you're invulnerable to all tackles. When you have the ball, you want to walk forward as much as you can before getting pressured, then fly up and dodge at the right moment when you are getting tackled. Doing this will typically result in a free goal unless the opponents get better at defending. And it's your job as Star-Lord to counter the other Star-Lord if they have ball possession and fly up. Bait out his dodges, then tackle him mid-air. His tackle ability, Lion Leap, has the longest cooldown in the game. When you use it wisely. Don't use it if your teammates can use a tackle instead. Once you tackle someone, fly into the ball, then reposition yourself for your next play. When playing this mode, it's important to keep track of all characters in the field. You never want to stack the ball and have everyone upfield. If you notice your teammates are playing super aggressive, then be the person to stand back and cover your side of the field. Also, don't think you are locked in and always need to move forward. There will be times when you can just walk or run back to plan out the next engagement. Ideally, I think the best positions are to have Widow play forward, Iron Fist midfield, and Star-Lord as last man. However, these are only temporary positions. Depending on the play at hand, you will need to reposition and rotate with your teammates accordingly. Lastly, I want to cover passing. Yes, your teammates are probably new or don't quite understand the game, but if you get good at passing, it makes the game so much more enjoyable and competitive. I know you want to be the main character and score the goal yourself, but sometimes passing is the most optimal play. Get good at passing and get good at positioning yourself to receive a pass. Alright, and that's everything. If you have any tips yourself, drop them down in the comments, as I'm always looking for ways to improve. Honestly, I low-key wish there was a ranked mode. I would definitely be rank 1 for sure.